Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Vrikshavalli Ambhasuri Vanachare Vrikshavalli Ambhasuri Vanachare Vrikshavalli Ambhasuri Vanachare Vrikshavalli Ambhasuri Vanachare Vakshihi Suswade Alaveti Vakshihi Suswade Alaveti Panduranga Hari Jai Jai Panduranga Hari 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 Panduranga 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 Vitala Panduranga 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 Vitala 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 Vitala
Panduranga Hare, Panduranga Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I want to welcome all the devotees to the last day of this safari. And the last day of safari is very special because everybody got very attached to each other, very attached to the holy places, very attached to travel, and it's the last day. It's the day of the realization, and it's the day we really appreciate what we are doing, and we get conscious of what we are doing. So welcome everyone again. Welcome all the devotees, Maharajas, Bhakti Vigna Vinyas, and Narasingha Swami Maharaj. Welcome, Bhakti Dira Damodar Maharaj. Welcome to the safari. And His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, también welcome to the safari. So we have our co-host Marichi Prabhu. I think he's ready. So Marichi, good morning or good afternoon for you.
Hare Krishna, South America, Ki Jai. This is the most expected safari for me because, you know, Manohar and me, we are from South America. And then we are very proud to introduce our continent. And the continent, there's so many devotees, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, have become here. Srila Prabhupada blessed this continent with his lotus feet only one time, not two times, one time Srila Prabhupada came to South America, and it was enough to bless the entire continent. Today, you will see amazing things today, how much Srila Prabhupada has done for us. And also, today is an invitation for you to come to South America and discover this marvelous continent. So without any delay, we're going to start our program. And how we're going to start is by introducing the most important event happened for South America when Srila Prabhupada came here. And then it will be explained by one devotee from Venezuela. Why? Because Srila Prabhupada only country he visited, it was Venezuela. You cannot imagine when devotees around the world heard Srila Prabhupada is coming to South America. I am from Argentina. You know, the Argentinian people, they start to travel like crazy. They go to Venezuela. You know how far is from Argentina to Venezuela? They have to travel 7 days, 10 days. It's 3,000, 4,000 kilometers. It's very, very far. Devotees from Chile, Brazil, Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia, everyone start going north to Venezuela to meet Srila Prabhupada. So please hear from Giri Govardhan Prabhu about this very, very important event. Srila Prabhupada arrived in South America.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees from all over the world, and welcome to this wonderful virtual spiritual safari. My name is Giri Govardhan Das, and I am from Venezuela, South America. As you all know, Srila Prabhupada circled the earth around 14 times, but the only place in South America that he actually set foot on, it was in Caracas, Venezuela, making this visit the most important Krishna conscious event in the history of that region. It was on the night of the 18th of February 1975 that Srila Prabhupada finally blessed this land. At the airport, he was received by the authorities and had a VIP reception there. Then, on arriving to the temple, hundreds of devotees and visitors were there to welcome him, with an amazing kirtan and flowers everywhere. This really made Srila Prabhupada so happy and ecstatic. Devotees had traveled thousands of kilometers from all over South America and the Caribbean just to have his personal darshan, and there he was. So after greeting the beautiful Gornitai deities and sitting on the grand Vyasasan, something extraordinary happened. Looking at the deities, he said, "It is very good that these two Prabhus are here with us tonight. There is a nice song." And he started singing, "Parama Karuna." But after saying only these two words, his voice choked up. He closed his eyes, and in ecstasy, tears were flowing. For a few minutes, an overwhelming silence filled the temple hall, and everyone could witness the ecstatic symptoms of the pure devotee. Srila Prabhupada stayed in Caracas a whole week, where he gave amazing Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita classes, morning walk discussions, conversations with important spiritual leaders, university professors, politicians, and dignitaries. He spoke about Vedic culture and Vaishnava principles and deeply established Krishna consciousness in this faraway land. He also initiated many devotees who later on went to open and develop all the temples in South America and made thousands of other devotees. So with this visit, Srila Prabhupada left a very strong foundation of Krishna consciousness for the whole continent. And for that, we are eternally grateful and indebted to him.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, to come to South America. And now, our next speaker, I will let Sarvashakti Mataji to introduce him. He's my god brother. We took initiation together, and we grew together in Krishna consciousness with him and with Sarvashakti Mataji. So please, Sarvashakti Mataji, can you please introduce our next speaker?
Jai, Hare Krishna, Safari Ki. Jai, thank you everyone for joining and coming along to South America for the first time ever. I have the opportunity to introduce a very good friend. We actually grew up together. We were friends from our childhood, even before we met the devotees. And he joined Krishna consciousness here in Ecuador. He, from the very beginning, he was a very good leader in our movement. And then, of course, he traveled to Asia. He traveled to Mayapur. He became Guru Maharaj's secretary. He was preaching in India, in Bangladesh, and also then after he moved to Australia, where he is now preaching and developing, or actually has developed wonderful Bhagavad Gita programs. And he's just a wonderful devotee. We would like to introduce our dear good friend Ikshwaku Prabhu from Ecuador.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for that lofty reception. I'm just a servant of the devotees. So welcome again, everyone, for this amazing virtual Latin American safari. As Prabhu was explaining, Prabhupada went to South America, but also Prabhupada went to another Latin American country, Mexico. He went there twice, in 1972 and in 1975. So the Latin devotees had the mercy to see Srila Prabhupada. And he compared the devotees in South America to the devotees in India. He said they are very simple and they are very religious. In America, and specifically South America, is also a holy place. In the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, he explains, and in several lectures and several conversations and letters, Prabhupada talks about this topic. Lord Ramachandra chasing Ravana and company to the countries in South America through a tunnel. So Prabhupada explains that Lord Ram placed his lotus feet in this continent. Also, the importance of this preaching that Prabhupada started in South America has some deeper meaning. Lord Chaitanya told Lord Nityananda that go far from Mayapur and as far as possible, preach. Now, if you Google the furthest place from India, the furthest place from Mayapur, guess which is that place? South America. I dare you, you can Google it. I did it. Peru, Ecuador, Chile, Argentina, all these Latin American countries is the farthest place from the Holy Town. Therefore, we can understand the mercy, Tanya, and going so far, and not only bringing India the Holy Land, the holy practices of Krishna consciousness to this faraway land in South America. But he also created holy places there. This was the power of Srila Prabhupada. In North America, he started New Dwarka, New Brindavan, New Jagannath Puri. In South America, we have Nueva, in Spanish, New Mayapur. In Brazil, we have New or Nova, in Portuguese, Nova Gokula. And there are many other farms, there are many other temples, there are many other centers where Krishna consciousness is presented. So let's take this virtual safari with the eyes, the transcendental eyes that Srila Prabhupada has given us. When he saw the deities in Venezuela, these two lords, these Paramakaruna, these two Prabhus have come so far. And he said, you can Google it, you can look in the database. Their home is very far away. Their home is in Mayapur. They have come here. And after singing just a couple of words of that song, Paramakaruna, Prabhupada started crying. So let's see South America, not just as a distant land, but as an expansion of the realm that Srila Prabhupada has created in this Krishna consciousness movement. So thank you again for participating in this wonderful safari. And those of you who are interested in having some adventure, spiritual adventure, please go and visit these wonderful temples, give your association to these wonderful and enthusiastic devotees, the best kirtans and the best dancing after Mayapur that you can find in the world of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada's Krishna consciousness movement. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu Kshwaku. Thank you very much for your wonderful class about South America. Thank you. So now we continue. Marichi has left. Thank you to the magic of technology. He left his room and he went downstairs and he's waiting for all of us outside. So Marichi, are you there? Can you connect the telephone?
Hare Krishna, come Harinam, come here. Hare Krishna. So I want to welcome to South America, to everyone today. Thank you very much, Manohar Shyam Prabhu. So today we are in this beautiful continent of South America. Very, very, very far from India. You have to go almost 32 hours by flight. And who is coming with us today? My friend, Harinam. So today we are very fortunate to have Harinam with us on the safari. Isn't it? Do you like South America? Yes. So welcome to everyone today to participate in this wonderful safari. And now we're going to introduce a beautiful video of Peru, Cusco, Machu Picchu. Hope you enjoy this video. This is something amazing, out of this world. You just watch and see the beauty of this country. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Harinam.
ทีนึงว่า
Wow. This is, I think, not only to me, this video has made us speechless. Man, everyone who sees the video, this is Peru, this is South America, this is the local tribes and the culture and the continent. This is the place that Srila Jayapataka Swami fell in love when he came here 40 years ago, and so many other preachers, not like Srila Hridayananda Maharaj, who was sent by Srila Prabhupada to preach in South America, and all the preachers who are coming here. We feel in love with this continent. The people are amazing. So now we have online a wonderful sannyasi. It is an honor for us to have him here today. His Holiness Banu Swami Maharaj. Maharaj is very famous around the world, and because he always traveling, giving very interesting lectures. He's really a pandit. He can give his lectures. His understanding of the Vedas is amazing. He's a scientist, Maharaj. But Maharaj, one thing that he came to South America and he visited this place you just see, Machu Picchu, Nazca, and all these ruins, and he visited us other places in South America. Maharaj will tell us more. You have to put your camera, Maharaj. I see you are online. If you can put your video, Maharaj, please, and then welcome. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, Maharaj.
Krishna. Art? Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you very, very clear, Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaura Vani Prachadane Nirvishesha Shunya Bhadi Pastacha Desha Tarane Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sid Vedika Datar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So that short video you saw was Machu Picchu, one of the ancient cities of the people of Peru. Of course, now it is not inhabited, and for many years it was lost. And I think in about 100 years ago, one American, he discovered that city again. It was overgrown by the jungle. So, of course, not only there, but you'll see in Cusco also the remnants of that ancient civilization and the huge stones they had to carve up to make their buildings with, very intricately, precisely carved, etc. So they had a lot of skill. And that civilization apparently is only about 500 years old. And it appeared and then it disappeared again, of course, when the Europeans came, the Spaniards, then at that time the empire crumbled. But this is, we say, a remarkable artifact of that civilization. And we can see the artistry and the beauty behind it. We see even the location is very unique. You saw those mountains around it, and that city itself is on top of a mountain, similar to the mountain you saw in the background. And this is one of the attractive features of, and then on the sides of the mountain, they have terraces where they grew their food. So they had a city kind of built on top of a very small mountain in a very isolated place. And because of the preservation of the architecture, this is one of the most famous tourist site in South America. Very, very wonderful place. But apart from just being popular, of course, if you go there, then you understand that it has some magnetic power to it, some fabulous power by the setting it's in, by the workmanship, etc. And of course, this is not the only place that we see in Cusco itself. There were many ancient structures there, but most of those were torn down by the Spanish people when they came and they built churches out of them. You see the foundations of temples behind them. So in any case, it was a civilization that flourished for some time, and then it disappeared. But if we go there, we can see that somehow it was very great. Now we consider cities like New York or London to be very great. But actually, if we say what's great in that city, we can't really point out anything particularly that's going to awe us or astonish us like the city of Machu Picchu. So we can see that an advancement of a culture in their aesthetic sense and in the spiritual sense also was reflected in the building that the buildings they constructed there. Similarly, we see in India, even Indian buildings, a lot of them are not over 500 or 1,000 years old. They're not that ancient. Most of the ancient things have been destroyed. But what we see there again in India is what remains also is fascinating. It may not be the biggest building in the world or the most intricate or whatever, but nevertheless, the artistry and the architecture there is very, very impressive. So like South America, India also has this impressive culture in the past. The difference, of course, is that Machu Picchu disappeared. It was lost for so long. And that whole Incan civilization disappeared also with the coming of the Westerners. Indian civilization has continued in spite of Westerners coming, in spite of the British coming and conquering, etc. Somehow the culture of India and its traditions have survived all of that. And of course, it survived previously with the Muslim invasion, etc. So the culture of India is remarkable because not only it's ancient, not only it's preserved, but it comes into the present time. And we have the good fortune of accessing that through works like the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam. Whereas if we go to the Incan culture of 500 years ago, we don't really know too much about it. Where is the literature? Where is the the scripture, etc.? There's not much remaining of that. And nowadays, not many people remaining that have can trace their lineage back and know the traditions of those people that were there 500 years ago even. So that civilization disappeared. But the Indian civilizations continued for thousands and thousands of years. And in fact, the Vedas themselves are over 5,000 years old. That's a historical record of, scholarly record. Of course, we say it's eternal, but 5,000 years the Vedas have continued and they're passed on, and they're in the present day also. So apart from the artifacts like the buildings, we have the knowledge. And that's the most important thing of all. So the Vedic knowledge has continued and flourished even in the modern day. So that's maybe the difference we can see between the civilization in South America with the Incans and others, and the civilization of India. We have the knowledge as well as the artifacts, which are, and the knowledge is living today also. So anyway, you can go to Machu Picchu. As I said, it's a very popular place now. Of course, I think it's been closed due to the virus, but it's one of those places which is breathtaking. And even the ride to get there from Cusco is breathtaking because you get on a train and you go for a few hours, and in the middle you see the Andes Mountains towering up also. And when you get to the bottom of Machu Picchu, then you have to take a bus up to the top. And when you get there, then you'll see the how remarkable it is. Pictures can convey something of the grandeur of the place. It's not that big, but nevertheless, it's impressive. It's grand, and pictures cannot convey it completely. But if you go there, then you can actually appreciate it. But we'll understand that it's lost. Where is the knowledge? Where is the culture? It's all gone. So this is the nature of the material world. Everything passes away. Fortunately, the culture of India has continued and the knowledge has continued, and we have it flourishing today in the form of the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So we're actually very fortunate that we have that ancient knowledge and we can understand it, practice it, and realize it even in the present day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Maharaj, when you go to South America, please let us know which country did you visit.
Oh, Peru, Argentina, Chile, and Brazil. I think that was
Wow.
it. I didn't get to Ecuador or Paraguay or Uruguay or Venezuela or those places. So Peru was the main one. Brazil, Peru, Argentina, and Chile.
All right. Thank you very much for being with us,
Oh,
Maharaj.
one thing to note is that there's a vegetarian restaurant in Cusco, and it was when I was there, that was maybe 20 years ago, and there was a vegetarian restaurant at the bottom of the hill in Machu Picchu. So there were devotees there also.
Okay, Maharaj. So we continue our tour because we're having so many things to show you today of this continent. And now, talking about this beautiful place of Peru, we have a fabulous story here. We requesting one devotee who is online now. His name is Ananta Sri Prabhu. He is from Denmark. Ananta Sri Prabhu from Denmark. Can you imagine? He came, he wanted to come to South America from Denmark, and he came by sea. You know, we normally thinking, oh, maybe we're going to come by fly, or, you know, nobody will think to come by sea or by the ship, you know. And I think he even met the devotees in the jungle in Peru. You know how is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, and then we want to hear his story. So please, Ananta Sri Prabhu, thank you very much for being with us today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you. Thank you, dear Marichi, all my South American friends and devotional family. You have asked me to tell a little bit about not only why I fell in love with South America, but also how I fell in love with Krishna in South America. So when I was 18 years old, maybe around 40 years ago now, I had just finished my school and I decided that I wanted to go to South America and travel around for some time before starting a higher education. I didn't want to fly, so I tried to get hired by one of the big companies that sail with containers, but I was too young and none of them wanted me. So I decided to take a flight to the Canary Islands, which are located near the coast of Africa and is part of Spain. And every autumn, there is a special wind that goes from the east to the west, and therefore many small, very small sailing boats cross the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean at that time of the year. So the first time I went down at the harbor looking, I found a very small sailing boat, only about maybe 10, 12 meters long, and with other 4 persons. And they were going to sail out, and they were very happy to have me on board because I had some sailing experience. It took 3 weeks to cross the ocean, and we had a couple of very, very heavy storms. And because it was before the GPS, so instead of arriving at the Caribbean islands, we ended up in French Guiana. That's around 1,000 kilometers south. I mean, it has to be said that our captain, he was alcoholic. So when he was using his instruments, he was not doing the calculations very nicely. So it had been a very intense journey, especially because I had been fasting involuntarily for the whole time because the big waves made my stomach return everything that I ate. And at that time, I was already a spiritual seeker. So I was a vegetarian. I did not smoke or drink, and I believed in reincarnation and karma and God. So a lot of the time on the boat was used in praying, and most of the part for my own survival. When we reached land, I left the boat and traveled to the Amazon River, where I took a small boat for 2 weeks up the Amazon River until I reached the Colombian jungle. Thereafter, I traveled through most of the South American countries, all the way through to the southmost point in the south of Argentina, where my dear friend Mariche is from, where you can see the penguins and you can almost see to Antarctica. It was freezing winter, 20 degrees below 0, and I was camping in a tent. But after traveling around for a long time in South America, I went to Peru because on the boat from Europe to South America, there had been a Danish girl, and she told me that she would be staying in the Peruvian jungle and that I should come and visit her. So I went to Peru, and while I was walking around in the jungle, suddenly one man comes up to me and ask if I am Anders Grønlund. That's my Danish name. And you know, that was very strange because I was in a foreign continent in the middle of the jungle, and that was before the internet. There was no way a person in the middle of the jungle of Peru could know my name. But he told me that he was living next to the Danish girl in the jungle together with a lot of Indians, like local South American Indians, and also next to the local medicine man. So after a couple of days, the Danish girl, she left, and I stayed in the cottage with this man who lived in his small cottage with a monkey, a dog, and 4 cats, and surrounded by Indians. So every night, whenever the mosquitoes, they would attack, we would sit under our mosquito nets and discuss philosophy. And every morning I would get up early and I would sit down and try to meditate on the big white light and try to stop my thoughts. And the man, he was a very funny man, my friend, And he would sit next to me. He had a tambura, like these Indian instruments. And he was singing just next to me. Oh, this poor young Danish boy, he is so confused. He thinks he can stop his thought. And he was laughing. So every day he was a devotee. That is, of course, the whole story. And every day he would disappear into the jungle for a couple of hours. And he said he would go to meditate. So one day during our discussions, he gave me a little card with the Maha Mantra written upon it. And I went for a walk in the jungle. And suddenly the tropical rain started. And when it rains in the jungle, it is like the monsoon in India. You just have to seek shelter. So I found a small abandoned cottage and waited for the rain to stop. The rain didn't stop and I was really bored. But suddenly I remembered the little card I had in my pocket. And just for fun, I started to read the mantra out loud. I had nothing to do and the rain continued to pour down. And I went on repeating the mantra again and again. It became more and more intense. And actually I started to cry. And I felt like a big wall of illusion was being destroyed in front of my eyes. I felt like some kind of inner revolution was taking place. I think I kept on repeating the mantra for around 6 to 8 hours. And when I returned to my friend, I was a changed person. Krishna's holy name had touched my very sinful heart. So after 3 months living in the jungle, we went to the capital of Lima, the capital of Peru, that is Lima, where he had a restaurant, Vivas Bang. And we arrived exactly on the day of Janmashtami. So I took part of the first Krishna festival there. And soon thereafter, I moved into the temple and I stayed for about 14, 15 years where I did service in Peru. I loved and still love the South American devotees very, very much. And of course, all the people there. I feel partially South American. And the people there are very, very pious. And as Srila Prabhupada, he used to say it about the Indians, that when you scratch an Indian, you find a devotee. It's very similar in South America. Whenever you scratch them, you feel very pure-hearted, very humble, very natural, warm-hearted, spiritual inclinated people. So I can only recommend all of you to go to South America and do some service there. People have very warm and open hearts, and it is so much joy and so much fun to share Krishna with them. So all glories to the South American devotees and Srila Prabhupada. Haribol. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Thank you, Ananta Sri Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Wow, amazing. Your story is amazing. Amazing. I think Manohar Shyam Prabhu wanted to mention about the
Hare
beautiful
Krishna.
videos.
Yes, we are very happy to know that it's online, one of the creators of the wonderful videos we are watching. He's a personal friend and he's a great personality. His name is Bhakta Santiago Lebo. By the way, he's the blood relative brother of Marichi Prabhu. Santiago, he's an architect and a designer. He came twice to Safari and he relished the mellows of Safari in a wonderful way. He never complained. He always was in a good mood. He was an example for me. He was all the time happy and enjoying the wonderful India And he's online in this moment. And the mother, Susana, the mother of Marichi Prabhu, also is online. So we want to thank both of them for the wonderful sons. We are very grateful to you, Mother Susana, and thank you very much, Bhakta Santiago. I hope to see you in Córdoba very soon. So Marichi, we continue. The safari cannot stop, has to continue.
Haribol, thank you. No, because that video was amazing. It was even better than those you see in National Geographic. It was a fantastic video. Brother, mommy, I love you. So we continue now traveling to Brazil. Wow. The biggest country in South America. And this is the second country best in football in the whole world. Of course, first one is Argentina. You know that always we make jokes between Argentina, Brazil, who is better in football.
But, your mother is here, Marichi.
Oh, mommy is online. Hare Krishna, say, this is my mother. Mamá, you can, ¿puedes poner micrófono? No, tu micrófono. How will you put the microphone? 1 minute.
I will make a request.
Sí.
Will appear, va a aparecer algo en la pantalla y tú le das el botoncito.
Ahora puedes apretar el botoncito, mamá, y poner el micrófono. A ver si te aparece. No te permite, ¿eh? Bueno. No importa, no importa. Practica, ¿eh? No se escucha. Okay, you see, my mother is very enthusiastic. I'm so grateful to her for all her support to Christian Conscience and to my father. They are a very lovely family. And they also came to Mayapur, so thank you very much. So we're introducing Brazil. You know, Brazil is such an amazing country. So please watch the following virtual video you see, Brazil has many temples and farm communities. Maybe, I don't know, 15 or 20 and many namahatas. It's a lot of preaching happening in Brazil. But the heart of Brazil is the community of Nova Gokula in the center of Brazil, very close to Sao Paulo. So please watch this video of Nova Gokula, and later we will hear from the GBC from Brazil, His Holiness Dhambantari Swami. We will hear from him about ISKCON Brazil and higher education. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, my name is Vaikunta Murti Das, and I would like to introduce you the biggest Vaishnava community in South America. Welcome to New Gokula Dham. In 1978, a group of devotees bought this field and built, for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada, a beautiful temple to Sri Sri Radha Gokulananda, Sri Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman, and Sri Sri Gornitai. Since that time, the community has been an important center for Vaishnavas from all over the world, giving them opportunities to enjoy big Vaishnava events such as the Maha Harinam Festival, which takes over than 72 hours of continuous kirtan.
Everything was beautiful here. The people, the scenery, the temple, the deities.
All is mountain and the middle is the Navagokula, and all devotees chanting the holy name.
I've never experienced anything like this in the world.
So sweet and so beautiful.
I really feel when I get this experience, it makes me feel this is an international society.
Kirtan, 72 hours.
Everything was amazing.
New Gokula is located nearby São Paulo and Rio, the biggest cities in Brazil. The community is also one of the most important tourism centers in this area, attracting over than 10,000 people a year. People usually come to New Gokula to enjoy the local facilities, such as restaurants, fresh air, huge mountains, Jamuna River, and for sure, a spiritual atmosphere.
This project definitely has the potential to attract a lot of people. It's probably the most beautiful, enchanting, attractive, definitely most peaceful, serene, and massively large ISKCON project.
After 35 years serving the mission of Srila Prabhupada, the temple of Sri Sri Radha Gokulananda needs a big reform on its structure. And a group of Brazilian devotees got together to organize an international campaign named Viva Nova Gokula. We started this project in Janmashtami of 2012, and so far we have got to cover around 30% of the reform procedures. The temple needs different repairs. We need to apply a special cover over the roof to avoid the water from the rains seep in through the walls. Electrical reveals, change part of the temple room floor, build a way to the temple for visitors with wheelchairs, general paintings. Those procedures will benefit the Pushpa Samadhi and the main temple.
The river that flows by New Yamuna is so clean that you can literally drink from it. It's a great privilege nowadays, isn't it, to be able to drink the water that you swim in.
This is their sanctuary. This is the place of beauty, the most important place in this entire land, in this entire country.
And my realization was that I wouldn't mind dying here. What's the use of dying in Vrindavan or Mayapur? I could die here.
So please, we need your help to keep this important Vaishnava project in South America. If you are interested to help us, please send an email to vivanovagokula@gmail.com.
I invite you to come here and get what I've gotten from this place and even more. I know you will love it. This place has moved my heart, and I know you will be welcomed here.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. And I think we have His Holiness Dambantari Swami online. Maharaj, can you please put your camera on? I think your microphone is on. Try to put your camera if it's possible. Oh, great, Maharaj. Thank you very much. Thank you to come today on Safari, Maharaj. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Marich. Thank you, everybody. Hare Krishna. It's a very great opportunity to show you a little part of our Yatra, Brazil Yatra. And we have a small video I will ask Marit to show the video. Marit, please. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Brazilian Yatra. Thank you all for visiting Brazil today. I would like to thank His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, our well-wisher, for expanding the original idea of this safari, bringing it to Latin America. Brazil has its sacred places by Srila Prabhupada's mercy and genuine followers since 1973, last century. What can we say of that after almost 50 years? Well, the first and most important thing is that we have all Prabhupada's books translated into Portuguese, our mother language, and millions of books published and distributed to general public. At this point, we can remember that Srila Prabhupada has never been to this country. Our relation with him is basically through his instructions. So, following his directions for his mission, at now, we have several temples and beautiful deities. In Nova Gokula, the mother community of this yatra, we have the deities of Sitarama, Lakshman, and Hanuman. Their installation was inspired in the purport of Srila Prabhupada for Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, chapter 22nd, verse 36, where he says that Ramachandra came to Brazil to fight the kingdom of Mahiravana, the ill brother of the famous Ravana of Sri Lanka. We can also say that the congregation of devotees is gradually developing and is organized by a national committee that offers secretariats specialized in some important issues for the social development of Prabhupada's mission here. Brazil is a rich country in natural resources and green areas. So, ISKCON Brazil has stimulated rural communities for food production and to welcome those interested in simple life and high thinking. The Yatra has 6 rural communities in different zones such as Northeast, Southeast, and South. Another typical activity of ISKCON, which is very encouraged in Brazil, is prasada distribution, Food for Life program. Many congregational groups of this yatra regularly distribute food for the needy population. A strong point of this yatra is educational programs, focused on the study of the Shastras and training for leadership. There are 3 national institutes dedicated to the youth, as well as other educational initiatives going on in the temples and communities focused on the needs of their congregations. Brazil Yatra is very honored with the visit of the pilgrims of this virtual safari. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to each one of you for visiting our country. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Wow, thank you, Maharaj. Wow, so sweet, Maharaj, and so many important programs that Brazil have. I am very inspired by the higher education you providing to devotees from all over South America and all other projects. Thank you so much, Maharaj. And since we are in Brazil, I apologize because, you know, this safari, we don't show every place in South America. There are so many temples, areas. But I would like to show a little bit one devotee arranged for me from the south of Brazil. What is happening in south of Brazil is such a huge country. So we're going to present a small video of south of Brazil. Hope you all like it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna! My name is Ekanu Starada and I'm gonna be your guide through this part of Safari. We'll start our journey through Curitiba, an important city of southern Brazil. The temple is strategically located in the city center, facilitating book distribution and prasadam for around 200 people daily through Food for Life. The congregation is also very active, and every year there's Ratha Yatra Festival, Festival of India, as well as cultural programs that encourage people's interest in Krishna consciousness. We say goodbye to Curitiba and go down to the state of Santa Catarina. Our first stop is in Itajaí, to enjoy a darshan with the beautiful deities of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra and Sri Sri Gaurnitai. Next stop, Florianópolis, which is known as the Island of Magic and is one of the most important tourist destinations in South America. In this beautiful city, you'll find a congregation that works together to organize major festivals, namahatas, kirtan programs, mantra yoga and study groups. And of course, regular temple activities. Around 100 people are fed daily through Food for Life. In a privileged location close to two major universities, a unique project is being built that will bring together education, art, yoga, and sustainability in one place. It is the Veras Cultural Center that will connect the public to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Our last stop is in the state of Rio Grande do Sul. In Porto Alegre, there's Food for Life, book distribution, namahatas, the temple, and a Govinda restaurant. In Caxias do Sul, there are Krishna West programs. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you over here. Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. I don't see His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Damodar Swami online, but if he comes, we will put him online for a few minutes just to greet all the devotees who are watching today, because he comes regularly to Brazil and he visits many places, and we hope maybe he can travel other places in South America too. And we invite you also to travel to South America. So please continue watching. Now it's a pleasure to introduce an Argentinian artist and singer. Today she composed a song especially for the safari, and it's called South America Chant, South America Sing. So hope you like her song. Thank you, Lila Mohini Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, welcome to this great spiritual safari. Thank you for visiting us today in South America. This is a continent full of magic, colors, and charming people. My name is Lila Mohini Devidasi, and I compose a song especially dedicated to Lord Krishna, to my beloved spiritual master, and to Srila Prabhupada, who touched and blessed this continent with his lotus feet. And I also want to thank you all Vaishnavas who are making ISKCON the lighthouse of the world. The name of the song is Canta Sudamerica, which means Sing Sudamerica. Join us today on this spiritual safari through South America. Haribol, Hare Krishna.
1965. Pisa suelo americano, Srila Prabhupada. Trae pocas posesiones, solo amor, libertad y una frase poderosa que a la tierra sanará. Krishna, bello Krishna, niño puro encantador. Ven y mora cuando quieras dentro de mi corazón. Que yo te estaré esperando mientras canto tu canción. Sudamérica es mi nombre, de las razas soy crisol. Krishna, bello Krishna, yo siempre te adoraré. Krishna va querido Gopala Jai Govinde. Cuando estés muy ocupado, tus vaquitas cuidaré. Como si fuera en Brindavan, tu canción yo cantaré. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Krishna, bello Krishna, Kamal Nayan Padmashta. Dame tu mirada dulce, Ravilochana. Que mi vida esté en tus manos, Jaya Shyama Sundara. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, canta Sudamérica. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, canta Sudamérica. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, canta Sudamérica. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, canta Sudamérica.
Wow, amazing. Thank you very much, Mataji Lila Mohini from Argentina. She has a wonderful voice. And thank you very much for composing this song, especially for all of you around the world, so you get a little bit the taste of the Latin American music. And now I would like to introduce a couple of devotees, Matajis, who do a theatrical dance in Argentina. Jayada, Radharani, and Radhika. They are both sisters, and Jayada, she's the director of our dancing team in Argentina. She always organizing wonderful harinams and dancing programs in the Ratha Yatra. We are very grateful to them for recording this video, especially for all of you. And we are introducing, and big applause all from your house to Jayada and Radhika.
बंसी को बजने से काम, सांवरे की बंसी को बजने से काम। राधा का भी श्याम वो तो मीरा का भी श्याम, राधा का भी श्याम वो तो मीरा का भी श्याम।
Haribol, thank you very much. So beautiful. It is unbelievable that we are in South America and this is look like Bollywood, no? It's like, or how to say, how the Matajis in South America learn the traditional classical dances, Bharatanatyam. We have devotees also who learn how to dance Kathak dance, Odissi dance. Very nice, thank you very much. And now we're going to show an agricultural project. This is by the beach in Ecuador. The place is called Ayampe. It is maybe around a couple of hours from Guayaquil City. And today, the directors of this project will be, of course, one will be Her Grace Divya Priya Mataji, Sudama Prabhu, Laxmana Mataji. They will be presenting for you a small virtual video, and it's also an open invitation. If anybody visit Ecuador, to please come to ISKCON Ayampe. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. En Ecuador hay un pequeño pueblito cerca del océano que se llama Ayampe. Es cerca del océano Pacífico y de la jungla tropical. Y hace más de 30 años compramos unas tierras muy fértiles donde se puede cultivar todo tipo de vegetación y de frutas. Y pues eso fue gracias a la inspiración de nuestro querido maestro espiritual y de Srila Prabhupada. Y muchos devotos participaron y siguen participando de este hermoso proyecto. En el 2015 se construyó la cabaña de Jagannath, que es la sede principal. Es una cabaña muy linda de madera, bambú y rodeada de tulasi, árboles de fruta, de coco, banano, diferentes tipos de bananos. Y es administrada por Sudama Das y Lakshmana Devidasi. Se está desarrollando una comunidad agrícola sustentable para familia y para todo el mundo, para todos los Vaishnavas que deseen tener una vida sencilla con pensamiento elevado. Y bueno, la cabaña de Jagannath es un punto muy visitado por mochileros, viajeros, se hacen retiros de yoga y diferentes festivales, eventos, y pues están las hermosas deidades de Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, Radha Govinda y
bueno, aquí en Nueva Mayapur también tenemos este programa que Srila Prabhupada nos enseñó instrucción de prasada, y por inspiración de nuestros maestros espirituales lo estamos haciendo aquí, tratar de compartir la misericordia, de Krishna a forma de prashada. Es un programa que está teniendo mucho éxito acá los días sábados. Es una inspiración muy linda y esperemos seguir haciéndolo por la misericordia de todos ustedes.
Los invitamos a que nos visiten. Pueden ver nuestra página en Facebook. Se llama Nueva Mayapur, ISKCON Ayampe, Ecuador. Muchas gracias. Hare Krishna.
Haribol, thank you, Divya Priya, Sudama, and Lakshmana Mataji, wonderful. And now let me present the program of Sarva Shakti. You know, Sarva Shakti is one of the Sarva Shakti is one of the managers of Safari, but she lives in South America, and she do a nice preaching program in Ecuador. She's very much dedicated to Bhakti Riksha, and she have a program called Bhakti in two places, one in the city, one in the beach, by the same place called Ayampe. So she's very enthused. So let's see, she has made some presentation of her program, the way she's preaching. So we're going to show this video. Thank you.
Jai Marichi, thank you very much. Thank you to all the devotees. Yes, we're trying to do to develop the congregation here in South America, here in Ecuador. So we started the Bhakti House program in two different places. First in the city of Guayaquil, and then last October for the month of Damodar, we opened a little new center in Ayampe. So we have a little video that we want to show you. This is Bhakti House. Es un programa en la playa, en el Pacífico, en Ayampe, donde tenemos fiesta de domingos. We have a kirtan program every Sunday with the sunset by the beach. Everybody is invited. We're distributing books, and these are photos for the Agnihotra inauguration ceremony and the month of Damodar. We opened a little store directed Al Prabhu from ISKCON Guayaquil. Everybody was invited and participated on the ceremony. People were candles to the picture of Lord Damodar, getting the benefit of 1,000 times from the streets they were offering. And in the evening,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
so at the moment, met and we had a yoga retreat where the mayor of the cities, La Alcaldesa Cynthia Viteri, she came to our yoga retreat and participated in the kirtan. The people came, the devotees came and practiced yoga. And everybody now, since Gaur Purnima, we started 6 new Bhakti Briksha groups, and everybody's very enthused to participate. The devotees from the congregation come and join with the prasadam distribution in the city, and they also do their own kirtan programs like this one. Thank you.
Haribol. Hare Krishna. Now we have a surprise for you.
Bueno, ahora
A
tenemos
surprise. Hare Krishna Sarva Shakti, very wonderful. Your preaching program in Ecuador. Please, everybody, please bless Sarva Shakti for the success so she can continue doing these Bhakti Brikshas and enthusiastic programs. So, you know that recently we celebrate the 40 years anniversary of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami preaching in South America. So devotees from all over South America, they got together to celebrate this event and to thank him from the bottom of our hearts for his contribution to come for 40 years constantly to South America. So we make a song. So hope you all like this song. It's very beautiful, a song and an offering. So this is the homage to His Holiness Jayapataka Swami, and thanks to him for coming to South America. We love him. Hare Krishna.
El día 9 de septiembre de 1980, Su Santidad Jayapataka Swami unió Mayapur con un continente exótico, América del Sur. Con su delicada sensibilidad y ternura, cautivó el corazón de toda Latinoamérica.
Desde Mayapur vino a salvar América del Sur, vestido de azafrán, con tu pureza todos bailarán, radiante como el sol, ojos de loto y mucha compasión, con el canto de Gauranga nos conquistó el corazón. Sol de Alto Perú, Andes, Bolivia, Chile y Ecuador brindaron su amor. Colombia, Venezuela, encantador, y un verde Brasil, hermoso Uruguay, Paraguay. Las pampas argentinas te dieron su calor y su candor. Jayapataka Swami viaja como un sannyasi, nos llena de esperanza de regresar a casa, Jaya Pataka Swami, Esumaya Purvasi, único, puro y sincero, de Srila Prabhupada. Con tu devoción nos sacas de este mundo de ilusión, entre risas y aflicción, sentimos tu cariño y protección. Esta tierra tiene a un pueblo latino que te quiere, y tú eres nuestra gloria, la bandera de victoria del Señor. Jaya Pataka Swami, viaja como un sannyasi, nos llena de esperanzas de regresar a casa. Jaya Pataka Swami, es un Maya Purvasi, único, puro y sincero, de Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Pataka Swami, viaja como un sannyasi, nos llena de esperanza de regresar a casa. Jaya Pataka Swami, es un Maya Purvasi, único, puro y sincero, de Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Srila Jayapataka Swami, Guru Maharaj. This is the homage for you. And now we move into Cuenca, Ecuador. Many devotees know Prahlad Narasimha Prabhu. He's very senior devotee from South America, senior preacher. He joined Krishna consciousness in late 70s, and at the moment is doing an amazing program, preaching program in the mountains in the city of Cuenca in Ecuador. So he has prepared a virtual tour to his program. So please, Manohar Shyam Prabhu, if you kindly show us.
Hare Krishna, welcome to ISKCON in South America.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Es la luz divina, el Creador la puso a que vivas, fluye en todo tu cuerpo, es como néctar, música y brilla. Abre tus alas de libertad, cual mariposa que vuela al mar.
Om Tat Chayora Shri Vamadevaya Swaha Iram Vamadevaya Iram Namama Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Vamadevaya Swaha Iram Vamadevaya Iram Namama.
Vuela muy alto, lejos del mundo, donde ya nada te pueda alcanzar.
Shanti Aparaha Swaha Iram Narayanaya Iram Namama.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Bolo Hare Bol.
Después de una larga vida, encontró su camino una vez más en el campo de batalla.
Hare Krishna, what is the benefit of being part of the Bhakti tree here in Cuenca?
Hare Krishna, Jai Jai Pataka Maharaj. Please accept all my obeisances and respects. I'm very, very happy to have Bhakti tree here in Cuenca. It's been something that we have been waiting for years.
Hare Krishna, my name is Juana. For me, Bhakti tree is like my second home.
I feel I've learned a lot. There's always service to do, which is very purifying.
Que Bhakti tree es el milagro que se esperó por muchos años.
El asunto es muy espiritual y una nueva experiencia.
Se involucren en este bello camino de seguirle a Dios, de seguir las lecciones del Bhagavad Gita.
Creo también el restaurante Bristol, que es unas pizzas súper ricas. Así que estoy muy contento en Bhakti Tree y esperamos que se queden mucho tiempo.
Bhakti Tree en Cuenca es una bella oportunidad para aprender sobre las Sagradas Escrituras.
Mi primera vez aquí y es muy motivante encontrar a devotos y devotas y es emocionante poder venir acá y conversar de estos temas trascendentales. Hare Krishna.
Porque divina, el tener la asociación, el Kirtan, el poder escuchar las escrituras, el Mahabharata, el Srimad Bhagavatam, ha sido una de las mejores cosas que he podido tener.
Continuar con nuestro aprendizaje, nuestras enseñanzas sobre las escrituras sagradas.
Me, Bhakti Tree has been a life-changing opportunity, full of blessings. Is my new home. Very thankful for have all the association here and to be each day closer to Krishna and to all his devotees. Hare Krishna.
Bhakti Tree for me is a space where I learn a lot about Krishna and I understand what's the greatness of him.
Hare Krishna, my name is Srinam Vanamali Krishna Das. I'm a disciple of Om Vishnupad Indradumna Swami Maharaj and we are here in Cuenca, Ecuador, trying to support our father, our Pita Shri, in a nice project called Bhakti Tree. We started Bhakti Tree about a year ago, a year plus. Obviously we got hit by the pandemic, things were a little bit challenging, but there's a really wonderful community of young Bhakti yogis, of devotees, of second generation that are manifesting here in Cuenca and also coming from all over the world who are somehow limited by the pandemic and decide to do something useful with their time, and then they see something nice going on and then they're coming from all over. We have devotees from Kazakhstan, from Russia, from New Zealand, from UK and even the United States. We have devotees from everywhere, mostly youth that are coming here and supporting the project. And I think that Cuenca doesn't really realize what Bhakti Tree is about to do to the community. I think that Bhakti Tree is like a sleeping giant that in a few weeks' time, hopefully we're able to open and just share this beautiful process of Bhakti Yoga with all of the residents of this beautiful city. So it is our great pleasure and honor to be part of this project. We welcome you all. We hope to visit you and welcome you here sometime soon. Until then, Hare Krishna.
Tree for me is the heart of my husband. We came here just for 3 months, just to create mantra festival. But suddenly pandemic started and Krishna gave us such a beautiful service to open this Bhakti Tree.
My name is Yagni and I'm doing service here at Bhakti Tree. Able to give some association and like slowly introduce a little bit of Krishna consciousness to them through yoga, through capoeira, through jiu-jitsu, and all these things I love to do. So it's great to have the opportunity to engage that in Srila Prabhupada's mission. Hare Krishna.
I really enjoy being here because it is a great environment and opportunity to be in Krishna consciousness alongside friends and family and to do devotional service for Srila Prabhupada, his devotees, and his mission.
Hello, my name is Joseph. I'm from ISKCON Leicester.
The reason I came here is because I know Vana Mali from the prestigious Polish tour, and I know how much of a dedicated devotee he is, and I heard that he was setting up an amazing project out here in Cuenca in Ecuador, and I thought this would be an amazing opportunity to become part of a fantastic project.
And I love it here because I can cook, because I love cook, I'm a chef, I love people here, I love the place, so I'm very happy.
This happiness of association of devotees here, and it's a great inspiration to give all your heart to this project, because I already see the fruits that are coming out from this beautiful tree.
Wow. What a wonderful remembrances, Praladni Singha Prabhu. I am sorry it was a little long, the video, but really enjoyable, very nice. And since we are in Ecuador, we have another, our best video, we have a fantastic video to show before Srila Jayapataka Swami coming online. So please be patient and stay with us. And now we're going to see a program which is very famous for the Food for Life in whole South America. It's in Guayaquil, Ecuador. Manohar Shyam Prabhu, can you introduce the program for Guru Mangal? Hare Krishna, welcome to ISKCON, Ecuador. And here we are showing you our temple in Guayaquil and the beautiful deities of Nitai Gauranga and Jagannath, Baladeva and Subhadra. Here in the temple, they are doing many cultural activities and preaching. Devotees are very enthusiastic to participate and celebrate Vaishnava festivals. And here they are welcoming their GBC, His Holiness Srila Jayapataka Swami. This is the temple president, His Grace Guru Mangal Prabhu. Oh, and we see there Haridas Prabhu, one of the secretaries of Srila Jayapataka Swami in Mayapur. Every week, devotees are going to Harinama Sankirtan on the streets. Sometimes they do these Harinam programs in the schools, and the students are very, very happy. And this is the recent visit of His Grace Navina Nirada Prabhu. ISKCON Guayaquil is very famous for the program of Food for Life or Prasadam distribution. During the pandemic, devotees have distributed 17,000 plates of Krishna Prasadam. We want to thank the organizers of this program, His Grace Guru Mangal Prabhu and his good wife Manjari Saki Devidasi. Also a special thanks to Didya Priya Mataji, Gopi Gandharvika Mataji also, who for many years support this program. Very, very grateful to all the donors, and especially they want to thank the help of Narasimha Yoga, Simha Bhadra Prabhu and Paramagopi Mataji and their students for always contributing with this amazing social work. Also, thanks to the team, Katma Prabhu, Brindavan Prabhu, who always lend his car for the program, Patricia, and everyone who made this Food for Life program so famous in Ecuador. Thank you. Jai, thank you, Haribol. Wonderful. There are Food for Life programs all over South America. So anyone who wants to contribute, South America is very poor, but the people have very nice hearts. They want to cook and offer the prasada to the devotees, to the people. But sometimes if they need help, you always please help South America. Or not, as like also we also always help in Bangladesh and places which have difficult economic situations. Okay, and now I think we show in Ecuador Sarva Shakti is online together with the temple president in Ecuador. Hare Krishna, Guru Mangal, please be short and sweet. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, we have our temple president of ISKCON Ecuador, Guru Mangal Prabhu, who is offering a garland to the devotees in Safari. La guirnalda para todos los devotos.
Haribol.
Hare
Krishna,
y todo tu equipo de Hare Krishna, Marichi Prabhu, and all your Safari devotees.
Gracias por darnos esta oportunidad
Thank you
maravillosa
for giving us this opportunity to connect
con este safari
from all
espiritual.
of South America on the spiritual
Muchísimas
safari.
gracias
Thank
y
you
que
very
todo tu
much.
servicio sea un éxito
And all blessings for your service.
en el movimiento de Sankirtan para el bien de toda la humanidad.
In the Sankirtan movement for the wealth of all humanity.
Hare Krishna.
Jai. And here's the darshan of Nitai Gauranga.
Jai, Hare Krishna.
Devotees brought fruits and flowers for everyone, for the deities, and for everyone on this safari. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you very much, Sarva Shakti. Hare Krishna. Nitai Gauranga Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. You know, the Nitai Gauranga are the deities of my heart. I worship these deities for many years. And I love this temple very much. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guru Mangal. We have to continue our program. Thank you, Manjari Mataji. Thank you. Wow, so many devotees from Ecuador. Hare Krishna.
From Ecuador.
Thank you. Muchas gracias. So now we move into south to Chile. I want to introduce a musician. He's a teacher for sitar, Sri Bhakti Prabhu. He also has done, together with the congregation and devotees from Chile, important programs through the music and yoga in Chile. So I want the devotees from all around the world to see what is happening in this country of Chile. Of course, we only showing little bit, but I hope you take a little test of the preaching in Chile through this wonderful Vaishnava, Sri Bhakti Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. My name is Sri Bhakti Das. I am from Santiago, Chile, and currently I'm living and teaching music here in Sri Mayapur. I am very grateful to be with you today on this wonderful Vaishnava safari, and I would really like to thank His Holiness Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, His Grace Marichi Prabhu, Her Grace Sarvashakti Mataji, for organizing such a beautiful program. I hope all of you have a wonderful experience today. South America is the farthest place from India. However, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual masters, we were able to know the glories of the holy name. Music, singing and dancing have always been present in the culture of South America. There are various musical styles and local instruments. People are very fond of cultural expressions, and they are open to know and discover spirituality through them. Srila Prabhupada brought a cultural legacy from the spiritual world with the highest form of music, that is, the congregational chanting of the holy name. We can see that Srila Prabhupada and several of our acharyas were expert singers and musicologists, including Srila Narottam Das Thakur, Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami, Lochan Das Thakur, Narahari Chakravarti Thakur, just to name a few. All of them emphasized the importance of connecting music to devotional service and especially to the holy name. When we understand that Krishna is the source of all beauty, we realize that it is His presence that beautifies music and instruments. There is no doubt that the perfection of music is to please and serve Sri Radha and Krishna, and we know that they especially feel satisfied when we share Krishna consciousness with others, giving a new meaning to their lives and helping them to overcome their sufferings, depressions, fears. In this sense, music is a great tool to share the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The holy name is available to everyone, and it has the power to change our hearts and even the atmosphere of the harshest places. It is very inspiring to see how the culture of Harinam Sankirtan has flourished so strongly in the farthest place from where it began. Currently, there are Harinam Sankirtan programs practically all over South America, which are the result of the great enthusiasm and cooperation of many Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas. They strive daily to touch the heart of all around them, keeping alive the flame of the Sankirtan movement to please Srila Prabhupada and carry forward his transcendental legacy. I hope all of you can visit South America and meet these wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, bringing and receiving inspiration to keep spreading Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, the Harinam Sankirtan movement. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Sri Bhakti. Thank you. Very sweet. Sri Bhakti is my neighbor here in Mayapur. My neighbor lives just below here, and he teaches, as he says in the video, in Mayapur, in the Gurukul, and also is a private teacher. Thank you. It was such a beautiful presentation of Chile. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. And now, Panchadara Prabhu, a guitar player from Argentina, a safari friend. He always comes. He likes to come on safari also. So please, Panchadara, please delight us with the song Gauranga Bolite Have. Hari Bol.
Hey, Haribol to everyone. Haribol Marichi, thank you for inviting me to this wonderful safari. I am Panchadara Das and I am living in Radha Krishna Mandir,
Hare Krishna,
a
sorry, I am
beautiful
online.
place in Córdoba, Argentina. So many devotees came here, and it's a far community, and you have the small temple of Radha Krishna Mandir. So I will sing a beautiful song of Narottam Das Thakur called Gauranga Volite Have, who is speaking about the deep feeling of separation of the devotees and the Lord. So please enjoy it. Gauranga Bolite Have, Pulaka Sharira, Hari Hari Bolite, Yane Babenira, Araka Benita Chande. Coruna Nauive Samsara Vasan Mora Kavetu Chave Vishaya Chariya Kave Sudhave Mana Kave Gauranga Bulite Ave Ulaga Sharira Hari Hari Bolite Nayane Avenira.
Wow. So beautiful. Thank you, Panchadara. Thank you very much. And I will say, next to Panchadara lives a devotee with his wife, Parampadam Prabhu. And he going to come just for a couple of minutes to explain how from the middle of the forest you can do so much preaching. You hear from him about his preaching program he has from his house together with his good wife. Please, Parampadam Prabhu.
Krishna, my name is Parampadam Das. First of all, we thank Marichi and his team for the opportunity to show you the wonderful Krishna conscious program of South America. We live in a small rural neighborhood of devotees in a beautiful valley in Córdoba, in Argentina. From this place, with my wife Ananta Shayana Dasi, we share Krishna consciousness for everyone. How do we do it? For 17 years, we have taught more than 15 different courses to Spanish language students from all over the world through our modern virtual education campus called Cultura del Bhakti, or Bhakti Culture in English. In this way, thousands of Vaishnava students had access to Shastri courses such as Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Vedanta, and other professional training courses such as teacher training course, communication, leadership, mediation, Vedic astrology, Ayurveda, Odisidan, etc. Our campus also has a free 11-lesson introductory Vaishnavism course for people beginning Krishna consciousness. The valley where we live is a beautiful tourist destination. Therefore, we regularly organize nature retreats with gurus and sannyas where we promote the strengthening Vaishnava relationship and enjoy and appreciating the nature of this place. In these retreats, we share mountain walks, visit to lake and river, we do kirtan, course, lecture, morning sadhanas, and a lot of fun. We currently have an eco-veggie hostel where tourists from all over the world visit us and get their fair experience of Krishna consciousness in a natural environment. You can find out more detail about our proposal by entering our website, Cultura del Bhakti for course and Eco Veggie Hostel for accommodation and retreats. Thank you all again. Hare Krishna.
Grande, grande Param. Hare Krishna. Gracias, Param Param. And I hope to see you when I go to Argentina next. Hare Krishna. Thank you. And we only have 2 more presentations, short ones. We have a special surprise for you before Srila Jayapataka Swami coming, because it's an amazing presentation of South America prepared by our dear Bhakta Santiago Lebo. So now we move into Bolivia. Harisankirtan Prabhu and his good wife Mahojwala Mataji have prepared some program. Please, Harisankirtan Prabhu, you show our video.
Welcome to Bolivia, a country where the Supreme Lord has left many traces of his magnificent creative power in the forms of gigantic mountains, lush rainforests, splendid nature reserves, and even surprising landscapes that seem to be from another planet. Welcome to Bolivia, a beautiful country, but at the same time difficult for the Hare Krishna movement. Where the seeds of Krishna Bhakti that Mahaprabhu Gauranga sowed more than 40 years ago are still struggling to survive. In the minutes that follow, we will talk to you about these two things. About the beautiful places that you will enjoy when you visit Bolivia, and about the imaginative efforts that Bolivian devotees are making to keep Srila Prabhupada's mission alive. We hope that this spiritual visit will awaken in you a real interest in coming to know this country. But mainly, we hope that this contact will be received by you as an invitation to come and spend a few days in our homes, to talk about how to develop Srila Prabhupada's mission in Bolivia. When you come to Bolivia, it is most likely that you will first arrive in the city of La Paz, a city that has been built at the bottom of a gigantic crater and that surprises with its dramatic geography. It is here where three main Hare Krishna programs work in Bolivia. The ambulatory program ISKCON La Paz, the Hare Krishna Yoga Center with its own site, and the recently created Ahayu Yoga for the Soul, which is a chapter of Krishna West in Bolivia. ISKCON La Paz is a program run by Om Keshavaya Das, a devotee who has been in ISKCON since the golden age of ISKCON in Bolivia in the 1980s. More than 40 years ago, ISKCON in La Paz was a vigorous program that grew to a temple with more than 70 resident devotees. This temple was closed by the government in 1986, and since then ISKCON has never been able to open another temple of its own in La Paz. However, that never stopped the preaching, and now ISKCON La Paz carries out an active preaching program in public auditoriums, hotel rooms, university classrooms, and houses of devotees. So when you come to La Paz, you can participate in one of these various activities. But you can also get to know the city by traveling on the La Paz cable car, which is the longest air cable transport system in the world, and which will allow you to see this amazing city from all its angles. And in La Paz, you can also share with the devotees of the Hare Krishna Yoga Center, an independent program affiliated with ISKCON. Led by Hari Sankirtan Das, the Hare Krishna Yoga Center focuses on bringing Krishna into people's lives through more modern and westernized preaching programs. It is located in a residential area of the city, in a complex where there is also a Hare Krishna vegetarian restaurant and a natural products store. Classes and workshops on the Bhagavad Gita, cultural exhibitions, yoga courses, arts workshops, and guided meditations are some of the frequent programs of the Hare Krishna Yoga Center. We invite you to visit Ahayu and the Hare Krishna Yoga Center in La Paz. And also, with great pleasure, we will take you to the Valley of the Moon, a place where you can sing Hare Krishna in a unique natural environment of its kind. And in the city of Cochabamba, there are also two programs of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. There is ISKCON Cochabamba, led by Badumati Devidasi, and which meets in the temple inside the house of Mathuresh Das. Is a GBC zonal supervisor and supports ISKCON Cochabamba by offering his house for different preaching activities. His home is also a place to receive visiting sannyasis and to hold national devotee gatherings. And in Cochabamba, there is also the Mahamantra Lab run by Govindanandini Devidasi, a disciple of Radhanath Swami. The Mahamantra Lab focuses on bringing Krishna consciousness to professional women and young university students. Therefore, when you come to Cochabamba, also visit ISKCON Cochabamba and the Mahamantra Lab. And ask the devotees to show you how to go for a walk to Toro Toro, a nearby site where the highest concentration of prehistoric footprints is found in Bolivia. Thank you for visiting Bolivia virtually for a few minutes. Now, please consider coming here personally when this pandemic passes. As we do not have conventional temples, please allow us to offer you our hospitality in our homes. Let's chant the Harinam together in La Paz, in Cochabamba, or in the Uyuni Salt Flat under the stars. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol.
Wow. My dear Harisankirtan Prabhu, Mahoyola Mataji, we are very touched by your video and by your invitation. Remember all the devotees who are watching now in Russia, in China, in India, Europe, USA, Malaysia, Australia. You are all welcome to Bolivia by Harisankirtan Prabhu and to any other place of South America or GBC of Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Chile, His Holiness Srila Jayapataka Swami, he's there watching, and his next speaker. But before, we're going to show you a marvelous tour to South America. We promise this tour to you. Before we put it online, I will explain what you will see. You remember in the beginning of the safari, I am with my bird, my little bird. His name is Harinam. Okay, he will give you a tour to South America. Harinam will, he flew all over South America, and you will discover the beautiful Andes Mountains. You will discover the wider waterfalls in the whole world, Iguazu, in the border of Argentina, Paraguay, and Brazil. You will see the Salto del Ángel, the tallest waterfall in the world in Venezuela. You will see the Mount of Seven Colors in the north of Argentina. And also we'll see the Salares in Bolivia. You see Galapagos in Ecuador with the turtles. And you will see also the wild leopard from called jaguareta that you only find in South America and the Amazonia, and the local Indians and tribes. You will travel to the ice to the south of Argentina, to the mountains, and what else? You will see the Christ, Lord Jesus in Rio de Janeiro, and you will see Nova Gokula Farm as well there, our ISKCON temple and devotees, and capoeira, typical dance, and so many things in Peru, Titicaca, etc. So please enjoy this video. It's like a movie taking you through all South America, so you get inspired to visit this beautiful continent where His Holiness Jayapataka Swami has been preaching for the past 40 years, along with so many of his God brothers and devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Bhakta Santiago, for this movie.
Hare Krishna, I am here with my friend Harinam. Harinam was born in Mayapur, but he loved coming on safari. And today we are in South America. Harinam, please go and discover South America. Haribol.
Wow, a big clap and thank you to Bacta Santiago. My brother, thank you very much. I love you, brother. Thank you. This video was fantastic, actually. Very, very nice. I know you put a lot of effort into this. Sila Jayapataka Swami is online, but our schedule, we promised to have one magic. I think we can do something for a minute, Manohar Siam, because I think it's worth what to do. We delayed today 20 minutes in our program, but this is really fantastic opportunity to visit South America, to devotees from all over the world. I am very grateful to all of you. Manohar Siam Prabhu, are you ready for little magic for all of us, please?
I am ready, Marichi. Just for 1 minute, I will do a magic, a special magic, very typical, with these wonderful cups made of brass. You can see and you can hear. So Marichi, don't unmute yourself, because this is very, very, very direct and beautiful magic. With some balls, it's 3 little balls and a magic wand. And I'm gonna put the cup like this. And the idea, Marichi, if I put the ball here, I say disappear, and the ball disappear. Ball number 2, I put it here and say gone, and it's gone. And number 3, I put here, I say gone. But they didn't go very far, because Marichi, they went to the home. So now I'm gonna do without touching the balls. I'm gonna put 1 here, 1 in the middle, 1 here. Which one you want? 1, 2, or 3? Marichi. Name a number.
2.
2. From the cup number 2 to which cup? 1 or 3?
Middle.
See, from here to where? 1 or 3?
3.
From cup number 2 to cup number 3. Without touching. Look, Marichi, jump. Thank you. Let's do it again. Maybe people is asking what happened if Marichi would have said number 1. I had to make like this and also jump to number 1. No problem, Marichi. No problem at all. No problem. So now let me explain the trick a little bit. I'm gonna do very, very, very slowly. I put 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. If I make like this, 1, 2, and 3, you know what happened? The ball jump from here and all come here. Thank you very much. But let me. Thank you. Let me show you one more time, the last time for all of you. So I'm gonna do very, very, very slowly with 1, 2, and 3 cups. So I'm gonna put 1 cup here, 1 cup here, and 1 cup here with the little balls. And I'm gonna pick something I have here where it is. Oh, here, magic powder like this. So Marichi, I'm gonna cover like this the balls. 1 ball in each cup. I'm gonna take this and put in my pocket. I'm gonna take that one and put in my pocket. How many in the middle, Marichi?
1.
Only 1, but you forgot about this one, Marichi. You are not looking. This one, I'm gonna teach that magic. I don't put in my hand. I keep here in the hand. I pretend. Then I go to the pocket, but I don't have nothing. I pretend to put in the pocket, and when I lift this one, look, the ball is coming here. But what happens if I really put this ball, not in my pocket, but here in the drawer, here in my drawer? You know what happened? It's coming back. How many in the middle, Marichi?
1.
No. It's 3. You are not following. Don't worry about it. It's not about the balls. It's not about the magic one. It is about the magic of safari. And if you didn't look, you forgot about this apple, you forgot about this lemon, and you forgot about the prune. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Manohar Siam. So nice. So, Guru Maharaj, we have His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinas Narasingha Maharaj. He's also our co-host, has been watching the entire safari. I think he never go to South America, but Maharaj, you want to say a few words for a minute? Please, Maharaj, if you can unmute yourself.
Yes, Hare Krishna. I want to thank all those devotees from South America. It's so wonderful, so inspiring. I'm really impressed. It's so wonderful. I mean, I meet a few South American devotees in this part of the world. and it attracts me. And seeing the programs which are going on there in South America, it's so wonderful. It's such a wonderful tribute to His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj that he's been going there for 40 years. It's so important. You can see the presence of the pure devotee there has such a wonderful effect on all the devotees. The development of the preaching is so nice. Very, very inspiring, very inspirational. I'm so happy to have spent 2 hours watching this. I don't think it was a waste of time at all. Something I will remember for many, many years to come, I'm sure. So thank you very, very much for all the devotees involved in producing it. I'll certainly do my best to try to help in whatever way I can to help to develop preaching there more. So thank you again. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Very touching your words, Maharaj. Thank you. Your blessings are very much appreciated. Thank you so much for the bottom of our heart, Maharaj. And now we have Srila Jayapataka Maharaj online. I think also, you know, Srila Jayapataka Swami have an app to keep in touch with the programs whenever he, you know, do some report of his classes. I see Rasika Prabhu, maybe can you make some arrangements so we can see online if devotees would like to, maybe they already download the app, or if they want to download the app to keep in touch with his activities and his lectures. You can guide us online. I think there is a system to ask devotees if they have already downloaded the app or if they wish to do. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
So the poll will last for 20 more seconds, and then we have almost more than 200 people already vote, the 40%.
How to press?
So we ask everyone to please place your vote so we can assist you and we can serve you better. Now we have 48%, Marichi, of the devotees already placed the vote.
Where to write the number, the yes or no? How to write?
You cannot because you are a host, Marichi.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Now we have 60% of devotees.
So thank you very much for contributing on this polling, and then we will continue with the program. Once again, apologize for the delay of maybe 20 minutes or half an hour of our program, but I appreciate the words of His Holiness Bhaktidigna Vinasa Swami Maharaj. It is really an opportunity, it's a life opportunity to participate on this program, that we can have a tour of South America and come to know what is happening in this part of the world. And also South America open the heart for you to please come, help in any capacity you have to help South American countries, so Christian conscience can spread. Devotees are very sincere there, very nice devotees. So I hope you all have a good experience on the tour. And now, please, we welcome His Holiness Srila Jayapataka Swami. Hare Krishna.
So Marichi, I have a request. We have, meanwhile, His Holiness Srila Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj is coming. we have the request. Kanat Gowda is here online.
Oh yes, please. Kanat Gowda Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Welcome. And you are South American. Good representative.
I don't know if he's here online or not, Kanat, but I just got a message like that His Holiness Srila Jayapataka Swami is ready for the class.
Okay, so let's jump into Guru Maharaj class. Just everybody, just raise your hands and just say Gauranga. All of you, keep them Gauranga.
And put your cameras. Put your cameras.
Put your
Everybody
cameras. Just
put
put
the
your cameras.
cameras.
All the Maharajas can see you. Put all your cameras. Put your cameras. I want to see you and see all of you. Put your cameras. Stand up a little bit, just to, we've been sitting for hours. We are traveling in Latin America. Stand up for a little bit. Stand up. And just say, Gauranga. Okay.
Gauranga.
Very well. So we welcome His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. And see you, Santiago.
Yes.
Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Gopala Govinda Ram Srimad Sudan Karoti Vachalam Pangung Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram Hare Tat Sat.
Since I came a little late.
So since I came a little late,
Did they show the Navagokula temple?
Did you show the Navagokula temple?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, we show Nova Gokula and the GBC, His Holiness Dambantari Swami, he spoke very nicely, Maharaj. What we didn't show so much is our Vedic temple in Chosica, Peru. We show in one video, we show in the video of Peru, but only the frontage of the temple, but we didn't talk about where we have a nice presentation of Cusco that His Holiness Banu Swami Maharaj talked. So we saw the temple, the Vedic temple in Lima, but we didn't have a proper presentation of the Lima temple, Guru Maharaj. Maybe you kindly can talk a little bit about Chosica, would be very nice.
It didn't show the Nizari, Karanga, Radha, Rihari, and Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman.
You didn't show the Nitai Gauranga, Radha Bihari, and Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman?
Hare Krishna, we can show now by your blessing to Guru Maharaj, maybe during your class, we can show the photo of the beautiful deities also, Radha Madam Bihari and the deities of Lima, Peru.
So, people in South America are very simple.
So people in South America are very simple.
And Bhaktidas mentioned the light music and as Divya Kriya and Sarva Shakti said they like Prasadam.
So as Sri Bhaktidas said, they like music, and Sarva Shakti said that they like prasadam.
So Pablo mentioned when he visited Venezuela that people in South America
One of the things which is mentioned when they visit Venezuela, that people in South America
are very spiritual.
are very spiritual.
And so actually in this short video, we couldn't visit all the countries.
Actually, in this short video, we couldn't visit all the countries.
I mean, there's so many countries, so many cultures,
I mean, there is so many countries, so many cultures,
so many different devotees,
so many different devotees.
and Bolivia, I went first. I really airport by industry minister.
So when I went to Bolivia for the first time, I was greeted in the airport by the industrial minister.
And I was taken in the city by police escort.
Then I was taken into the city by the police escort.
Then they closed our temple, and next time I had to go in incognito.
So when they closed the temple, the next time I had to go incognito.
And they knew me as Acharya Pad.
And they knew me as Acharya Pad.
So my legal name was Jayapataka Swami.
But my legal name was Jayapataka Swami.
They didn't know that.
They didn't know that.
So South America, it quite changes.
So South America, it quite changes.
But people are very nice.
But the people there are very nice.
And it's a very good place to preach.
And it's a very good place to preach.
People have a very nice heart.
People have a very nice heart.
And so in my daily class, there are many devotees who attend from different parts of Latin America.
So when I give my daily class, there are different devotees who attend from different parts of Latin America.
Central America.
Central America.
From Colombia.
From Colombia.
From Ecuador.
From Ecuador.
Peru.
Peru.
Chile.
Chile.
Argentina, various places.
Argentina and various places.
So I'm very grateful that you arranged this safari to South Latin America.
So I'm very grateful that you arranged this safari to the south of Latin America.
And
to show the Latin America.
I don't see all the tourist spots.
I don't see all the tourist spots.
I usually go to the temples.
I usually go to the temples.
And a few tourist spots I saw.
And few tourist spots I saw.
But here there's many beautiful places in South America.
But here there are many beautiful places in South America.
Hold on, Guru Maharaj, we're facing some difficulty with the Spanish translation. So whoever is translating into Spanish, kindly translate because there is no translation into Spanish. Over.
I should speak slowly.
So I should speak slowly?
Yeah.
No, Guru Maharaj, they are translation. They are doing it separately. So it is. Shamdas Prabhu will take care of it.
We have our Jayapataka Swami app.
We have our Jayapataka Swami app.
Translated into Spanish and Portuguese.
Translated into Spanish and Portuguese.
But it'd be nice, only 50% of the devotees have answered the poll.
So only 50% of the devotees have answered the poll.
Because there was a third option.
Maybe there should be a third option.
No. I didn't download it.
Oh, no, I didn't download it.
Anyway, somehow, all of my zone is Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and Chile.
Somehow my zones, Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia, and Chile,
I usually visit other countries as well.
I usually visit other countries as well.
Because all Latin America is very dedicated to Prabhupada.
Because whole of the Latin America, they are very dedicated to Srila Prabhupada.
And the problem is that when I go to the West in June, it's freezing cold in Argentina and Chile.
The problem is that when I go to the West in June, it's freezing cold in Argentina and Chile.
Of course, Ecuador is always all year round very good.
Of course, Ecuador all year round it's very good.
Because it's on the equator.
Because it's on the equator.
But deep south is the opposite.
But the deep south, it's the opposite.
Right now it's spring in India.
Right now it is spring in India.
So it's autumn in Argentina and Chile.
It is autumn in Argentina and Chile.
So when it's summer here, it's winter there.
So when it's summer here, it's winter there.
Lord Chaitanya predicted that his holy name will be sung in every town and village.
But Lord Chaitanya predicted that his holy name will be sung at every town and village.
So now, especially during this pandemic time,
so now, especially during this pandemic time,
everybody should start chanting the holy name.
Everybody should start chanting the holy name.
When it was flooded in Mayapur, Prabhupada said, when the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya floods, I mean the whole world should be flooded in Krishna consciousness.
So when there was a flood in Mayapur, Prabhupada said, when the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya there is flood, then the whole world should be flooded with Krishna consciousness.
And now we're being flooded with COVID-19.
Now we are being flooded with COVID-19.
So we should preach a chanting of the whole world.
So we should preach
a chanting around the whole world.
So we should preach chanting around the whole world.
And if everybody chants the name of God,
so if everybody chants the name of God,
then they would be naturally peaceful.
Then they would be naturally peaceful.
So we see how beautiful South America is.
So we see how beautiful South America is.
See, since Krishna is the creator, how much more beautiful is he? So
you see, since Krishna is the creator, how much more beautiful is he?
Naturally, the gopis, Rajavasis, they had so much love for Lord Chaitanya.
So naturally, the gopis, Brajavasis,
and for Krishna.
Naturally, the gopis, Brajavasis, they had so much love for Lord Sri Krishna.
And then Lord Chaitanya went to Jagannath Puri.
So when Lord Chaitanya went to Jagannath Puri,
he manifested that love for Lord Jagannath.
He manifested that love for Lord Jagannath.
And that way, people became naturally filled with love.
In that way, people became naturally filled with love.
Once he left Mayapur, he was going to South India.
So once he left Mayapur, he was going to South India.
Said that what he didn't show in Navadvip,
It is said that what he didn't show in Navadvip,
he showed when he toured South India.
he showed when he toured in the South India.
He would embrace people on the road.
He would embrace people on the road.
Empower them with Bhakti Shakti.
He would empower them with Bhakti Shakti.
And that naturally they would feel very ecstatic.
And naturally they would feel very ecstatic.
So somehow we pray our Lord Chaitanya's mercy will be on all the people in South America.
So somehow we pray that Lord Chaitanya's mercy will reach all the people in South America.
So that they can also take this mercy and chant and dance holy names.
So they also can take this mercy, can chant and dance the holy name.
They can eat Krishna prasadam.
They can eat Krishna prasadam.
And they can render devotional service.
And they can render devotional service.
So we hope that all the devotees like this spiritual safari this year.
So we hope that all the devotees liked this spiritual safari this year.
We organize Nepal, Bangladesh, Narasimhadev.
So we organized Nepal, Bangladesh, Narasimhadev,
South India,
Jagannath Puri and South America. Jagannath Puri
and South America.
Haribo.
So we would normally not be able to visit all these places in our safari.
So we are not able to visit all these places in our safari.
Not in the same year.
But now we are seeing it here.
Not in the same year.
Not in the same year. Sorry.
Now this year we did it.
But this year we did it.
Still, I would like 1 year that we can visit Malaysia.
So still I would like 1 year we can visit Malaysia.
I heard Malaysia is an island of Hanuman.
I heard in Malaysia there's an island of Hanuman.
Anyway, I'm sure that
Anyway,
I thank you for organizing such a ecstatic safari.
I thank you for organizing such an ecstatic safari.
I hope that people, I was sorry that you didn't announce it at the Mongol Arti.
I was sorry that they didn't announce it in the Mangalaratik.
Or the people who are watching Mongol Arti could attend the safari.
So that the people who are watching Mangalarti could attend the safari.
So, like this, as I mentioned, this is the furthest place away from Mayapur.
So as you mentioned, that this is the furthest way from Sri Mayapur, place from Sri Mayapur.
Day and night. Day and night.
Day and night.
Summer and winter.
Summer and winter.
It's complete opposite.
It's complete opposite.
But here, Lord Chaitanya's mercy has also reached.
But here, Lord Chaitanya's mercy had also reached.
All right. Prabhupada's great benediction.
By Prabhupada's great benediction.
Thank you very much for giving us a glimpse of Prabhupada's mission in South America.
So thank you very much for giving us a glimpse of Srila Prabhupada's mission in South America.
So after this, I'll do the Chaitanya class.
So after this, Guru Maharaj will do a Chaitanya Leela class.
there was still in Jagannath.
Today we are still in Jagannath Puri.
So, I thank all the sannyasis, all the Latin American leaders for their active participation.
So anyway, I would like to thank all the sannyasis, all the South American leaders for their participation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Guru Maharaj, we have your desire, the darshan for Chosika temple and the deities.
Wow.
Hare Krishna. So look at this beautiful Vedic temple we have it in Chosika. Hare Krishna.
Radha Madan Bihari ki
Hare Madan Bihari.
Hari Bol Madan Bihari. Wow.
Radha Madan Bihari.
Radha Madan Bihari.
Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman.
Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman.
Jai Madan Bihari.
Jai Madan Bihari.
Jai Lakshman, Jai Hanuman.
Jai Lakshman, Jai Hanuman. Madan Bihari looks like Gopinath in Radha Krishna.
Gaur
Nitai ki jai. This, see.
Jai, Sisi Radha Madam Bihari ki jai. With this beautiful image, we ending our safari. The safari, the virtual safari 2021. Thank you to our dear captain of safari, Srila Jayapataka Swami, for guiding us on this virtual safari. It was really great. We have never ever had so many thousands of devotees participating on safari before like that. I want to thank especially His Grace Manohar Shyam Prabhu, who have make it possible. This safari would be impossible for me to organize without him. Thank you to Sarvashakti Mataji, to Adigopi Mataji. Thank you to all the translators who did this wonderful service. Devotees from China translate, from Russia, Yamuna Lilavati, and all the Chinese devotees, Ojaswini, Sarvashakti, also Sujitendra Prabhu, who translate every day for Bengali. Thank you to Syam Rashika Prabhu, Hare Krishna. I don't know how we will manage this virtual safari without his assistance, his help, and to all Guru Maharaj servants who help on this, and to all the speakers. Thank you, Maharaj, Bhakti Vigna Vinasa Narasimha Swami, Bhakti Vira Damodar Swami, and all the speakers. Sorry, I cannot mention all of them, but I thank you especially to all of you who are watching, because without you, it not make sense anything that we do. So we make everything for you. So I hope you are happy, and you please bless us. We can continue with this service, and perhaps we can take this safari to another countries, another places, show other things in another time. Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. I know you continue your Chaitanya Lila for those who want to remain here in the Lilas of Lord Chaitanya. This is your daily class that you give in every day. So you all are inviting every day to hear around 7:30 p.m. the Chaitanya Lila class. So we ending the safari today.
Hold on, Mariti.
Yes,
Mariti.
please, Ekanath Prabhu. Please, Ekanath. Hare Krishna.
Two questions everybody is writing to me. Question number one, what happened with the feast, the welcoming feast of safari? And the second question they're asking me is what happened with the safari song?
And the prayers for Pangayangri Prabhu. Let's do a prayer from him and all the
Okay.
Also, we need a prayer for Pankajangri and for those all who have COVID.
Yeah, please, Ekanath, the prayers first, Prabhu, please.
No. I will request Sujitendra Prabhu, who is right next to you, to lead the